Blessings, everyone. I wanted to do a quick video so that you would have a visual of why we are using frequency patterns of the I am and why some people heal and others don't. This is a process of healing the body through frequencies and levels of consciousness by reprogramming the cells to hold a state of consciousness of what you are becoming. So I'm going to do this little diagram so that you have something to reflect on, because really what this class is different levels of reflection. As we ascend and we move into higher frequencies, by reprogramming our reality, we will reflect different realities. The higher frequency that you hold, the different reality you will experience. So let's say this is the cell. So we are working with the body of the cell. Inside, these are all our programs. These are all the unconscious thoughts or the conscious thoughts that we have said to ourselves over and over and over again. When we're using a cell as a biofeedback mechanism, whether it's on your skin or it's your weight, we can see when we are changing the intelligence of the cell. I get the question so many times, what if it doesn't work for me? What if I'm not seeing results? My answer is always going to be, then you have not mastered the frequency of the I am. So what is the I am? The I am is reflection. If you are saying I am something, you are saying that you are beautiful, you are radiant, you are limited and expansive. Whatever it is that you are stating that you are is the reflection of which you are asking to see. When we are identifying a belief system or a program in ourselves, we are seeing what needs to be seen. Right now, the cell is saying, I am overweight. I am unhealthy. I am aging. I am whatever it is that you tell yourself over and over and over again. Even if it is an emotion, I am disgust. I am unlovable. I am not beautiful. All of those things that run through the mind is creating an environment in our body. When you say things like, I don't like what I see in the mirror, I have this wrinkle, I have this body bulge, whatever it is, we are telling the cell that that is what we want it to do. It does not know that you are saying those things because you don't like them. They only pick up the environment or the frequency of which you are holding. And what is that? It's you. It's what you say to your body. You are the master and the creator of your body. And so far, you have just been the master and creator in a very unconscious way. Now it is time to awaken your cells to what you want them to do. And that is where we bring in the I am. I call it ascending through the I am. Because as we master the frequency of an I am, and we start to see the reflection of that frequency, we know it's time to move on to the next frequency of the I am. So if it is I am beautiful, and for a week you work with the I am statement of I am beautiful, we clear through the step-by-step method of DECU the program or the belief system that we no longer want to hold. It's going to be so much fun to be able to identify, first of all, what those belief systems are. And of course, some of them are just conscious creations that the collective has chosen. Those are the ones that might be a little bit harder to clear in the beginning because your body is starting to learn what it is to become something different. Right now, it has been programmed through your environment, your thoughts, and the environment of which you live, collective consciousness. Collective consciousness is a lot harder to clear because you're not only clearing it for yourself, you're clearing it for all of humanity. That's why we start with you. You start with yourself. What are the belief systems that I'm holding? As you start to train your cellular intelligence to hold different frequency patterns of reality, or what you want it to become, the easier it will be to master some of those bigger collective consciousness realities or belief systems. So we've cleared the the belief system through the DECU method. And then we want to go into what do we want our cell to become? What do we want to tell our cell to hold as a level of intelligence until we can have this reflection into the world? What I love about using the cells of our body is the biofeedback. So if we're saying, I am beautiful, to our either our skin cells or the cells of our physical body, we want to ask to be shown that we are beautiful. We're not asking to be shown from a frequency of disbelief, of show me or I don't believe this. We're not looking for evidence to validate our distrust in the universe. If we are saying, I am beautiful, and we are looking for the shift right away for evidence to feed the ego and whether or not something is happening, we are doing it from the wrong frequency. This frequency has to come from divine trust. It has to come from the trust not only in your divine wisdom, your divine power, but the trust that you are powerful enough to change your cellular intelligence. So maybe the first I am is I am powerful. I am the creator. If you are the creator, how does your world change? You are no longer the victim. You are the creator of your reality. When we erase the belief systems, we start to clear the cell. And as the cell clears and starts to hold frequencies of the I am, then the cell will start to radiate that frequency. That's when we start to see magic happen. DECU is a biofeedback mechanism that is telling you whether or not you are holding the frequency pattern of your desire. It is telling you if you have more work to be done. It doesn't have to be this thing of where, oh, it's not working for me. It's not if it's working for you. It's how long it will take you to hold the frequency long enough until you see the reflection bounced back to you. You have the ability to see yourself in your extended state already. Start seeing yourself in that way. Start to program the cell to hold the frequency of the reflection of what you are becoming. So now I want to go into why this works for some people and why it doesn't for others. Because if you're still in the place where you are looking to be healed by something outside of yourself, then this class will challenge you to move in to that you are your own healer. This is a class of empowerment. This is a class where you get to discover how powerful you are and just how we can use reprogramming to create the reality you desire. So when we ask for the desire of creating, let's say, a healthy weight, let's say the weight is 130 pounds. I'm going to put that a little lower. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm sorry. We're going to put it at 130 pounds. And then let's say right now you're at 180 pounds. This weight has a frequency. It has the frequency that holds the intelligence of 180 pounds. It is vibrating and reflecting 180 pounds. This reflection is what you see in the mirror. If this is the cell, this cell is reflecting to you what you exist in 180 pounds. When we decide that we want to move into a frequency pattern of 130 pounds, it is an entirely different frequency. There is a frequency gap between these two frequencies. So when we're asking to heal or asking to move into a frequency that is higher or in a different reality than what we are in at the moment, we have to be able to commit to experiencing that frequency. Your body doesn't know what it feels like to resonate in the frequency of 130 pounds. If you've been 130 pounds in the past, this will actually be a little bit easier for you because the body already has the cellular memory of what that's like. This is especially true when we start to erase lines and wrinkles on the face. Your body already knows what it felt like to be 25 years old. So how do we move from here to here? We continue to bring in the higher frequencies, just like I showed you before. But where people get stuck is when they start to move into these higher frequencies and their body doesn't know what it feels like to exist there. So it will be pulled back down to the programming that it knows. That is why it's so important to continually delete your belief systems and to see where those belief systems are showing up in your life. Where are your belief systems keeping you small? Where are they restricting you from having the freedom, the energy, the weight that you desire? If we don't see the program playing out in our life, it's really hard to change. This is where having the biofeedback will constantly have you focused on the I am or the frequency you want to become. When we start to move into these frequencies that are a little bit higher than what our body is used to, we have to be aware of the triggers or the body response to change. Even though this is a good change, our body is still responding to it as change. When you're telling your body, I am resonating in the weight of 130 pounds, in joy, peace, and love, even though that's a healthy, good thing, your body is still going to register it as a change. This is where the ego mind comes in and wants to pull you back into the programming where it knows how to exist. Your body does not know how to exist in a frequency that it doesn't know. This is when your body will create chemical responses, the stress response, and if we're not aware, we will move into old programming or stories in order to identify why we're feeling stressed. This is why I strongly urge you to stay out of the story and to stay out of the why. Because a chemical response is just a chemical response. It is not there to keep you small and to pull you back down. It is there to keep you moving forward. It is teaching you how to be uncomfortable and still feel as though you can move forward. Being comfortable in the uncomfortable. If you can move through the unknown space right here, you will reprogram your cells. You will reprogram your life. You will achieve the identity of 130 pounds. Your cell will take on the intelligence of 130 pounds. And we do this by focusing on who we are when we are 130 pounds. When I say to create this identity, it's to give you a tool to use when you're starting to struggle with moving down into old programming. So when we are 130 pounds, paint the picture of what that looks like. I run every day. I eat healthy food. I feel vibrant. I love what I see in the mirror. I love picking out outfits. I love going shopping. Whatever it is, you get to decide. What I'd love to challenge you to do is to take it even a step further. My mind is calm. I feel self-love. I have wonderful relationships where we reflect my home frequency. I enjoy spending time with people I love. All of the things that you see yourself becoming. Because as much as we think moving into 130 pounds is going to create the reality that we want, be really clear about what reality you want. Do you want financial freedom? Do you want to feel free to go out to eat and order whatever you want on the menu, knowing that you can create the frequency of which you are enjoying your food in? Our food will take on the frequency of our thoughts. So just like as we are feeding ourselves the intelligence of either positive or negative vibrations, the same is true for our food. So when you go out to eat, practice this. Practice, what do I want to eat my frequency of my food in? Or what frequency do I want to eat my food in? Do I want to eat it from the belief system that if I eat, I will gain weight? Or do I want to eat as an extension of self-love? Your food is an extension of the environment of which you are vibrating in. Be very aware of what environment you are creating your food to absorb and what vibration you are bringing into your body. Play with it, have fun with it, but most of all, be aware of it, observe it, and start to choose what in your life is no longer serving you. This is a practice. We can't clear everything all at one time, but we can continue to focus on the identity that we want to become. What you need to see in order to become that reality will be shown to you. Trust in the process. As long as we keep our focus on what we are becoming, we will become that. When we get uncomfortable and we start to move back into this old programming, we become aware. This is the difference between people that can reprogram and heal and people that can't. They commit to the identity of what they're becoming, no matter what. It doesn't mean that they won't go back into the old programming. It just means that when they do, they're very aware that they're doing it. Just by having this awareness, you are starting to reprogram your cells to hold your desired weight. Commit to it, have fun with it, love yourself through it. This is a process. We continue to love ourselves over and over and over again. Just like we wouldn't be mad at a kid because he didn't tie his shoe right or he couldn't figure it out at first. Give yourself space to learn this. Reprogramming is a learning experience. And the more that we do it, the easier it becomes. And the more that we reprogram ourselves, the easier it becomes. I wanted to do just one more thing. I say it all the time that DECU is only scratching the surface of what we are capable of. And I wanted to do just a really short, I guess, I don't even know what to call it. I wish there was a way that I could take what I see and what I have done for myself and implant it so that you could see just how far you can go with this work. Moving into DECU is teaching you how to be the creator of your cellular intelligence, the creator of your life, and how to use cellular intelligence as a biofeedback mechanism to create higher frequency realities. And when we're doing this, we're doing it with the body of the cell. And then, of course, as we create higher frequencies within the body of the cell, we are raising the frequency of our environment until that's reflected into our world, and our world holds the frequency pattern to reflect back to us. We do have the opportunity, if we choose, to move into the nucleus of the cell and actually move beyond the I am. I know a lot of people have had questions about why we're using the I am. The I am is the identity of which your cell can use to ascend into higher frequencies. As we continue to clear the cell of all of your belief systems, what ends up happening is that there is nothing else to clear. You will have a cell of perfection. Well, what do you do with a cell of perfection? It will move out of the I am because it doesn't need to have an identity in order to reflect. This is when we get to move in to what I call ohm codes. This is when we start to recode the DNA past human language or language altogether. And we get to start to play in the frequencies of moving past the I am altogether. I just wanted to do this just really quick so that you have a bigger vision of where this can go. Play in the biofeedback of changing your weight, the way you feel about yourself, knowing that you truly are reprogramming to something different. You are becoming something different. And there is no end to the reprogramming that you can do. It never ends. It keeps going. And I invite you into discovering just how powerful you truly are. I'll see you in the next class. So much love.